I'll be honest, it's the terrible conclusion that schemers like him face in the end. What a fall from grace. He had everything. Why throw it all away like this?
Yeah, that's a fairly good point, Gemini. Alright. Welcome back, gamers. Welcome back to whatever chapter this is of the Lies of P Overture playthrough that nobody asked for. Last chapter, we finally defeated Lumakio. Definitely the biggest hurdle that we've come across so far. Felt really good to finally take him out, and I think what we're going to do next is we're going to go to the hotel because Alidoro said something about checking the pockets of some of these outfits that we've picked up along the way. We can have a stylish outfit now if we want to. Not really my cup of tea. But either way, we can get Alidoro to take a look. See if there's any hidden pockets with any secret keys before we move forward. That was such a cool fight. I want to say that first and foremost. I think that it's easy in the moment as the player to get frustrated and to like feel like you want to kind of like nitpick things about the fight. Oh, this is cheap. Oh, this is unfair. Oh, this and oh that. It's really easy to do. But to try to take a step back from that and look at the fight objectively, I think it's a fantastic fight, especially given that it's showing off, throughout the whole base game. Anytime that you have a fight with another human, a stalker, they're always intense fights. And a lot of times they're a lot more fast-paced than anything else that the game throws at you. But there are things that you can kind of do to try to, work around that. You can get around them and do the backstab. So that's a big part of what you kind of want to try to do, is figure out those things that are unique to that enemy type and try to, use that to your advantage. And then to have the transformation happening, it's so cool, it's so thematic, it works so well. It's like they're telling a story throughout that fight, which I can really appreciate, and it takes me back every time that I think about it. It takes me back to, taking on Father Gascoigne in Bloodborne. It's like there's storytelling happening throughout this transformation that's occurring, and the fight goes from, one pace to another pace entirely. The enemy is struggling with something throughout, so there's almost this desperation on their end. There's the same amount of desperation that you feel, the player, in that moment of trying to win. You're just trying to squeeze out a victory any way that you can. They feel that same sort of desperation because they're fighting for their life in that moment. And so I always find that really fascinating and really cool to be able to weave the two, the gameplay and the narrative, together like that. So wonderfully done. And just such an
I can't
homage,
believe the leader of the
throughout all of
bastards was
this.
conspiring with the alchemists. I never realized their interests had become so entwined.
Yeah,
Well, let me take a look at those clothes for a moment. You see this double lining?
yeah.
It contains a hidden pocket for hiding valuables.
Nice, man.
I'd hoped I wouldn't locate the key to this cipher machine inside. It would appear the noble reputation of the leader of the bastards was a facade. I'll decrypt it right away, so we can see what heinous deeds he was hiding.
Yeah. Nice. I really like
Alidoro.
Alidoro.
With the alchemists. It appears he was Simon's hunting dog, stalking and killing those opposed to the alchemists. I am truly disappointed in Lumacchio. I thought him destined to become a shining pillar of light atop Krat. Considering who the lighthouse keeper betrayed, I doubt he escaped unscathed. Unless, of course, he'd prepared a hideout. If so, the only piece of advice I can give for finding its whereabouts is to put yourself in the shoes of the lighthouse keeper.
Okay. So, decoded frosted cipher machine text. Target not found, reconnaissance of hideout unsuccessful. Maintaining blockade as a standing warning to the target and all traders. My apologies, Sir Manus. Your disappointment is warranted, for I have failed you. In my defense, the traitorous fat swine has been hoarding and stealing from us since the very beginning, and not one of us saw it. I knew that lighthouse keeper was both insidious and audacious, but I never thought he would go for the elixir. I have no excuse. That said, I believe there is no longer need for concern. The target could not possibly have escaped the lighthouse. In the meantime, I shall blockade the seas themselves, to make an example of the traitor. The gluttonous grifter will have nothing to eat but his own flesh. Interesting. So, where is that telling us to go? Oh, I had touched with the levels of audio back there. So I'm going to turn the music down a bit. We'll turn our sound effects back up a bit. We'll turn this back up a bit. This is where I had them initially. I made a slight adjustment for that fight because I wanted to hear more of the music. I was really enjoying it. And I think that's one of the things that might have helped me get back into the winning mindset for sure. Okay, so let's take a look here. I don't think we have anything else to do here at the hotel. And this isn't going to give us very many clues, it seems. But it could be that it's ahead of us. Because it says something about a lighthouse. Correct? Where is it? This one? Yeah, here we go. Okay, so what is that showing in the corner? It's like a hideout, and it's on the floor. But it could be that we haven't even gotten there yet. So let's progress forward, and then we'll see if it kind of naturally reveals itself. Because it's talking about a lighthouse, and I don't necessarily know that we've really come across a lighthouse that like stood out. I feel like I would have noticed that. Then again, there has been a lot going on, and I have, when you're trying to convey your thoughts as a stream of consciousness as you're playing, it's easy to overlook, simple things right in front of you. Oops. What got me there? Oh, hey, buddy. That's always gonna be super cool to me. Really, I am glad that I did the respec and that I've been using this gun sword, because it's really cool. And I think that the animations for it are like beautifully done. I can't go back there, can I? Okay. So we're in some kind of a shipwreck right now. What do we got here? We're still looking for an upgrade material so that we can get our gun sword leveled up all the way. Madman's Journal. I have learned the devil's method. The subject's body must be fresh, minimal post-mortem time. The container must have a close resemblance to the subject. Appearance is key. The essence acquired from the subject must have been produced before death. If this is true, only one element is missing, and it requires a desecration I cannot begin to imagine, but must. Am I cursed? Is this retribution for letting myself be blinded by grief and working with these alchemist devils? But without her pain, I'd have no reason to go on. Send me back to my child. Alas, I cannot, but I can still get the child back myself. If so, that is the only course I can take. I'll have no choice but to make this my singular purpose. Okay, so interesting entry here. The initial thoughts that I'm thinking are, okay, so this to me clearly seems like, how do you make a puppet like the puppet that we are, that's almost, more than just a machine. We're like almost human. And it's saying like the body has to be fresh, a container, so like the puppet that you're going to be, putting this new whatever into, putting this person into, has to look like the other one. And then the essence, so whatever that might be, let's say a heart, for example, you'd have to take the heart out of a person who is maybe dying and put it into a puppet that looked like them, and then they could continue to live. But then this last bit here, it's making me think about, so like if Camille is the one who was killed on, by the alchemists, basically, and maybe she was saying, send me back to my child, as in like send me back to Carlo, that would be interesting. So who killed her and who would be writing this? Not sure. Holy moly! Where'd that come from? We just got hit by a cannonball. Holy cow. Something's trying to stop us. Wow. That's pretty freaking cool. Just be careful here, because I'm pretty sure that some of this ice, it can like melt or like fall into the water. Nope. Oops. I knew I was gonna get caught up a little bit there. I feel like those guys are real slippery. Oh man. Okay, well, it seems like there's still plenty of death ahead of us. Here we thought maybe we were kind of getting close to the end of the story. And I'm just like disrespecting the game right now because I'm the best. I just killed Lumacchio and it took me 4 hours, maybe even a little bit more, who knows exactly. And so really nothing else can stop me. So these guys, these are just like little dudes in my way. They're wasting my time. That's what the problem is. It's the confidence mentality that takes over sometimes. It's like, oh, I can do anything right now. So you just start steamrolling through these guys. But then you get to a point where it's like, oh, you gotta kind of slow down and respect them a bit. We are gonna just like, oops, haha, almost got taken down there. I was thinking, well, let's at least get to our ergo. Grab it. Then we'll take these guys out. I think these guys can hit me when they're just like wiggling nearby. So these guys are dangerous. Yeah, little fish boys are dangerous for sure. Don't hit me, cannonball. Don't hit me, cannonball. Oh yeah, we're supposed to be finding a beer for that guy. The fisherman asked us to find a beer for him. I wonder where that'll be at. That fully charged R2 hits hard. That's really cool. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, butterflies. What's the reward? Ancient disc. Okay. Yikes. Oh, nice. Just don't hit me too. Alright. Got some puppets up ahead. Oh, get off the ice, get off the ice. No! Oh, no. They got me with the ice. They got me with the ice. I knew it was, you know, I had called it out. I said some of this ice can melt. We learned about it earlier. But it's just funny they get you caught on the ice. Alright, we're just cruising through these guys. We're just getting back to where we're going. We're making forward progress. Little guy can hit us, that's fine. Nope, got stuck on something. Jacket got snagged. There's that same guy almost knocking us in the water. Watch this guy. Okay. Big fishy. We're just getting off the ice. We're just getting off the ice. Okay, thanks, man. Jeez. Oops! Somebody else is up here, sorry. Didn't know. Alright, let's run ahead and see if there's like maybe a shortcut or something. We got a wanted poster for Alidoro. That's interesting. Kind of feel bad for just having run past that. Let me take a look at this. It said wanted Alidoro by the order. Apprehend immediately. Fugitive fled after inflicting serious damage upon the order. Very cool. Nice. So that's cool. Okay. So I could drop here, which is just like right there. I could see what's there and then come back. So let's do that. We're gonna drop down to this. Okay. Okay. I don't love this. Mad Puppet's message. We'll check that out in a second. Alchemist's orders. Is there anything else here? Just another way that you could have fallen in to this area.
Do I even want to know what was in that cell? Or what kind of monster it was?
Right, I don't even know.
Probably not. But here's hoping a deranged beast hasn't been set loose upon the world.
Right. Alright, let's take a look at these really quickly. So one of these was a message that we can listen to. And the other was Alchemist's orders. Puppet locked in the brig is dangerous. To even think of releasing something as mad as that into the city, it cannot be allowed. So this is basically saying that Arlecchino was on board this vessel, basically.
Then along came you, brilliant, misguided maniacs, to give me another chance at life. For that, I thank you from the bottom of my, let's call it, heart. But time flies, and there's much to do. I must now bid you all adieu.
His rhyming's pretty
I
solid.
have more debts to collect. The one who left me in such a wretched state. Oh, they call her the little stronger now.
Right.
Such a splendid little idol. And she owes it all to me. It's only fitting to congratulate her in person. See the truth behind the legend.
So is that maybe... Okay. I'm wondering if they're possibly alluding to Arlecchino maybe being the final boss of this DLC. And maybe it's even something like we get the legendary stalker to work with us, or I don't know. But it might be that, like, because that's where it seems like she was heading, was she's heading to save Romeo, who Arlecchino has basically, like, you know, taken captive, it seems. I'm gonna die because he's gonna hit me through the wall. So she's going to trying to save Romeo, who Arlecchino has taken, and we're gonna try to kind of, like, you know, join them, more or less. Whether or not the legendary stalker will still be alive and able to fight is one thing. Okay, don't like that. So we're still moving forward. We ran past a couple of enemies down there, but I don't think they've given us a shortcut yet. So it's pretty tricky. Here's the cannon, at least. Okay, so we destroy that. This looks like it drops down, but then I can go back up. So let's hop down here. Okay. That looks like the guy I ran past earlier. But I might be wrong. Okay. That takes you down somewhere. List of sent items. Some stuff. Okay. Just some stuff. Nothing out here. At least that's how it seems. Just kind of let you go out here. And then possibly this is the way forward. Looks like down that ladder there was a ramp that led into the next area ahead. So I'm gonna go up here first, just to make sure we didn't miss anything. Two guys. Oh, three guys. There's a third on the mast there. Because he got the knife. Is he a stabby guy? Wow, okay, so we are low on pulse cells. I'm glad that I've been healing, because I don't want to just like randomly get taken out by one of these guys. Silent Evangelist's Heavy Mace, I think it said. Silent Evangelist's Mace Head and Handle. Very interesting. Got a giant cobra. It's kind of a cool handle though. Like, this is a cool move set. Can make a lot of cool fun things with that. Super cool. Okay. So let's move forward. Hopefully we're gonna get a shortcut here. This is, unless I missed something, unless there was something I could have, like, popped open, like a door I could have opened up to, open up a shortcut. This is a pretty brutal area to have to trek through. Like, there's, like, a lot that you're going up against. Just gonna use that since we got it back, because then we'll just start building towards the next one, and we'll at least, I think we'll probably be about full health right now. Broad Bay 30 year. Okay, Broad Bay 30 year. This is the, oh, okay, it's whiskey. It's not quite a beer, but hopefully that'll be something that our fisherman friend will be excited about. Let's go take that to him really quickly. We do have, okay, of course we got a stargazer here, so that's great. Being able to kind of take a deep breath, you know. We know it, we at least have got, no, maybe not. This is the vendor. I'm trying to think of where our friend was. I don't know if that is the little indicator that it's showing me. I don't know if that's just showing me like a merchant. Yeah, it looks like it's showing me a merchant, but I don't necessarily want to sell. I don't want to sell him that whiskey. I want to see if my friend, the fisherman, wants it. I just don't know where he's at. I think he's over here. I think this is right where we were. Yeah, outside the boss. Yeah, he's over here. So let's see if we can deliver this to him. I know he asked for a beer to celebrate, but whiskey, it's like a good whiskey too.
It's time to celebrate my triumph, and a beer is just what I need.
Okay, well, he's gonna be, he's specific about it. He wants to celebrate with the beer. The whiskey's not gonna be the same, you know? So, I'm guessing that the merchant just wants, like, he'll pay for it, but, I'm not too interested in just selling it for ergo. It's not a big deal. So we'll see about moving forward. Okay, I think it's this way. Frozen Coast. What in the heck? That's gonna mess me up. Yikes, man. He's brutal. that guy's no joke. He could really mess you up. I think I'm gonna heal just in case. Alright, see, like, even out here, like, I don't really see, like, a lighthouse anywhere. Oh, there's a lighthouse. There we go. Okay. So maybe we are, yeah, maybe we do still need to kind of get to this lighthouse. The fisherman also mentioned a village, so maybe that's what we're coming up into here. So this is the docks of the village. Okay. Can see some, it's like a carcass monster up there. Holy moly, he just shredded me. I don't think I had... I didn't feel like I had lost that much health. I must have, though. I must have been low, or that just was a big attack. One of the two. Could have been either. But, wow. Holy smokes. Wasn't expecting that. We're gonna run past this guy. Yeah, he already sees us. We're moving past you, pal. Oh no, oh no, he got us. Yeah, I really didn't feel like that guy had hit us that much. Like, I didn't feel like we had taken that much damage. But that's okay. Accidents happen. Nice. That was amazing. Heck yeah. That was awesome. Okay. To the left, that looks like another one of those freeze guys. He's just going to shoot a bunch of blasts at us. So I feel like we need to go press him. Rats. I was super nervous as soon as I got close to him like that. I was like, I'm gonna fall off. I'm gonna fall off. It was just a bummer that it happened sooner than I thought it would. Okay, no problem. We're just gonna mosey on back up there. Take your time, Coobs. Take your time. Okay, that big guy respawns, but we don't need to kill him. Because he's not going to aggro to us unless we get close. Okay. So this is a little something. Ancient disc. We got a couple of those we could go turn in. We could get some quartz to, you know, fill out our P organ some more, but I think for the most part we're just kind of cool with cruising along. This looks like, yeah, it'll be a shortcut. Okay. So that'll be a shortcut we can unlock. Oh, hey there. Did not see them. Mayor's Journal. Saleo set out to sea 2 days ago. Saleo is the fisherman. So I'm wondering here. Okay, so we could go up to the lighthouse. We could check that out. We have, it looks like a building in front of us. A couple of little like cabins. You need the fisherman's weathered key. So maybe he'll reward us with a key after we get him a beer. We have a path we can go that way, and then we have up here to the lighthouse. Krot Lighthouse. I wonder if there's going to be a stargazer nearby. Now that they like recognize this as a new area. Yeah, cool. We got a stargazer right here. So that's perfect. Krot Mysteries, the Haunted Lighthouse. Okay, so we got 2 new journal entries that we can take a look at. And then I think that this might actually be a good checkpoint for us to close out this episode. And I'm going to take a break and probably have some lunch, stretch my legs, and then I'll come back. And I feel like we're getting pretty close to being, you know, to the end of this journey, this tale. But to be completely honest, the more that they continue to have for us, the better, you know, the more exciting that it is. So it's really cool. Just the depth and the, you know, the size and scale of this expansion, really. Because it's not like the base game is massive by any means. It's a good 50 or 60 hours if you really take your time with it to get through the whole story, but you could definitely do it faster. Like you could probably get through the game in like 30 hours. It's not something like Elden Ring, for example, but for what it is, I think that it's a perfect length. I don't think that it ever overstays its welcome, and that's how I feel like this expansion has been so far. But let's take a look at this. The Haunted Lighthouse. The legend of how the Krot Lighthouse came to be called the Haunted Lighthouse is quite famous. However, even the most avid storytellers do not know the name of the ghost. In life, the ghost's name was Columbo, who was Krot's lighthouse keeper, but all knew him as the Portly Keeper, for he was said to have been a greedy glutton. Columbo used his position to extort money from boat captains, giving light only to those who paid. They say he amassed a huge fortune that he hid in a secret location only he could access. That treasure has never been found, leading to rumors the keeper became so portly by eating all the treasure himself. The townspeople cursed Columbo with their every breath. Some believe the curses worked because one day Columbo vanished. Like his treasure, he was never found. He has never been found. The lighthouse could not be left unattended, so the townspeople appointed a new keeper. But that keeper suddenly resigned, driven from the post by the cries of the ghost that haunts the lighthouse. This repeated with the next keeper and the next, and many more, all fearing the wrath of the ghost. It was only after the keeper changed 7 times that Columbo's ghost finally fell quiet. Even now, it is said the screams of the portly keeper can be heard echoing through the lighthouse when storms lash the shores. Perhaps the sounds of howling are Columbo raging at the townspeople who cursed him. So interesting. We have these little stories that the townspeople have come up with to explain what's going on here. And then we also grabbed this, which was the mayor's journal. Saleo set out to sea 2 days ago. In the end, I couldn't stop that damned old fool. As if all the monsters suddenly appearing and throwing everything into chaos weren't bad enough. Why must that stubborn old man make me suffer so much in my twilight years? But it's not just him. It seems everyone here has suddenly lost their minds. More and more villagers are suddenly insisting that they want to die. It feels like I'm the only one who cares about the village anymore. Let's start by checking in with residents next door. The rest of the words are smudged with and ineligible. Very interesting. So we've got a little bit more lore. We've got this lighthouse here. Maybe we could take a look around really quickly. I don't want to progress forward, and this looks like forward. That looks like... That's interesting. This might be a boss arena, actually. It looks like it drops down. It's one way. And, oh, no, maybe you can walk up those stairs from there. Maybe it doesn't drop. It kind of looks like a drop off from here, but I can't quite tell. It might go right to the ice. But either way, that looks kind of ominous. So that might be a boss arena ahead of us. And then maybe we can go check out the top of the lighthouse here before we wrap up. Unless there's going to be, like, a lot here. Okay, so this is... Yep. The raised floor panel seems sensitive to the
whole
weight.
thing's just suspicious. Think about it. There aren't really that many places someone as heavy as that lighthouse keeper can hide in.
Interesting.
The whole thing's just
So,
suspicious. Think about it. There aren't really that many places
What am
someone
I
as heavy as that lighthouse keeper can hide in.
right. So, but what am I supposed to understand from this when this pops up?
The whole thing's just suspicious. Think about it. There aren't really that many places someone as heavy as that lighthouse keeper can hide in.
Okay, so maybe there's something that we need to lift that up. Like he's probably under that slab, right? Young fisherman's letter and an old bottle of beer. Very cool. It's been a few days since you rode out to kick the bucket, old man. You'll have to drink that beer you loved it so much in heaven. Okay, so seems like there's maybe a young fisherman and an old fisherman. If you make it back, I'll promise I'll go to sea with you, even if it means we might die. Even if monsters leap from the waves all around us, fishers gotta fish. If we're going to shake in our boots, we ought to do that on the water, right? Whatever, you old coot, just come back safely and soon, or I swear I'll drink your last remaining beer. So that's cool. So the fisherman has, you know, a friend, maybe a son, maybe a nephew, maybe just somebody who, you know, shares a passion and love for fishing. He had somebody who was hoping he'd come back, and we'll get that beer out to him shortly. Okay. Oh. Uh-oh.
Hey, buddy, see that? Over there. We found it. The Rose Estate.
Okay.
Leia should be nearby.
Cool. Nice.
It's full of sadness now.
What? Rosora. How did you get here?
Oh, it's you.
Hey.
My forever friend. I'm so glad to see you again. I followed the white butterfly here. I found the Rose Estate, but it's full of sadness now.
Oh.
I can't go inside. I'm okay. I have you. My new friend who looks like my old friend.
Oh.
You gave me the world again. I miss my old friend, but it's okay that you're not him. You're on your own journey, and I think that's wonderful. Will you promise me something?
Yeah.
When your journey ends, let's meet again in a pretty place.
You got it.
Rizora will wait for you there.
You got it, dude. What a sweet little character. And that's, again, it's one of those things that's like, it doesn't take much. It's a lot of times, it's like the details and the subtext. Like she just said that we're her new friend, but we look like her old friend. So she knew Carlo. She knew us when we were alive as a human. And we even had a hand in bringing her to life. And so it's really kind of interesting. It's a beautiful little story, and she's sad that the Rose Estate is sad right now. It's a very sweet story, and I really like that character just in general. We've got a black rabbit door here. How cool. So all of this, it's like just coming here for this, for the location. Like there's a lot here without needing to have, you know, too much. The Battle Maniac's mask. Very cool. Very cool. And then new outfit. Blazing Deaths. Blazing Deaths, what did it say? I can't see it. Piercing Death, Blazing Deaths, hunting apparel. That's cool. With the red scarf and the hand, the puppet hand. Very cool. And then lastly, we got something that said something about missing keys. Oh, we got another drawing. So here we have a drawing. There's a giraffe. So like a day at the zoo maybe, if you piece them all together. Just a happy family at the zoo. Very sweet. And then we got something that said, mentioned the missing keys. Gotcha. So somebody keeps missing their keys. Alright. I think that pretty much wraps up what's here at the lighthouse. We've got a couple of things that we know we want to go do. We have this area here to go check out. So there might not be much in this little village. It might be the way forward. There's also this pathway that went down. So these stairs that lead outward. And then we've also got a fisherman to deliver a beer to. So plenty to do in the next chapter as we get started. I'll see you then. Thanks for joining me on this journey. I have been and always will be Cubes. Peace and love, gamers.